Hello.
Shanti, can you hear me?
Shanti, yes, I can hear you.
Let's start the session. Come into the sitting position. Keep your back, neck straight, aligned. Gently close your eyes. Go into your now. Observe the alignment of your back, your neck, your shoulder. Take a deep, prolonged inhalation for the exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale for the very slowly join your both palms. Rub your thumb. Place on your eyes. Very slowly while blinking, looking at your palm, gently open up your eyes, twinkle, smile, and say Om Shanti. Om Shanti. So we discussed about in the previous session about kapha problems and respiratory related issues, upper and the lower respiratory issues. Now today we're gonna talk about the psychosomatic and the mental disorders. Psychosomatic problem like IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, and also sometimes the D part and the C part like constipation. And also we're gonna discuss about the migraine, headache. Normally you have dementia, the psychological disorder, which is like where you lose your memory. So first, gastrointestinal problems like when you feel the bloating and constipation. It's related to your. There's many reasons behind of you having the diarrhea or the constipation. It could not be the one reason. Okay, so because sometimes people are overstressed, they overwork out, their places are changed, and then they get the constipation or the loose motion because of this time is changing, climate is changing, because their place is also changed. So because of that, they get these things or overstress. Whenever they get under the stress, they have these trigger. So IBS is like irritable bowel syndrome, which is connected to your nervous system. What happened in this? Whenever you get like you are afraid of something, and when you face those things, overexcited or you go into the depression, then you have the trigger point. Or even certain things are taken like some people have the lactose intolerance or gluten. That's also trigger the IBS in them. So certain diet, certain food items also trigger the IBS, irritable bowel syndrome. It's like the bowel is gonna irritate and they frequently going for the poo or not going to the poo at all. Okay, either constipation or the indigestion. So these cases happen basically. Psychosomatic problems means the thing which is coming from your mind. So you think that's affect your body. Whatever thing, overthinking, because of overthinking, because of stress, anxiety, your day-to-day activity, your reaction towards the many situation, like you just frustrated being so stubborn or uh, not having the healthy lifestyle or healthy diet. This can be a reason. Okay. That's also psychosomatic other problems like migraine. Also, coming to there's no cure of the psychosomatic problems through the allopathic, like IBS could not be treatable, but they reduce the symptoms by taking the pills. So probiotic tablets and drinks are available in the market, and doctors sometimes they prescribe to them in order to reduce the symptoms. Okay, but there is no cure. Even there's no cure for the migraine, dementia, because you start losing your memory, dementia, and these when you start forgetting the things fully. That's also because of the old age, maybe. You enter into the old age, and then your brain cells gradually, degenerating, and that's how you start moving. Or maybe because of so many activities, it can be a genetic. It passes through the generation to generation, but it doesn't mean it cannot be cured. It can be cured through the yoga practice, through the yoga therapy, but uncurable, but reduce the symptoms in the allopathic, through the allopathic medicine. Okay. So all the psychosomatic problems, if we take one side and we think about what is the general solution for them, because we have the individual solution for them as well, but for that you require the deeper level of research on individually. Okay, you have to go through in detail. But if somebody come to your class and they tell you, okay, I'm having certain these kind of problem, so instead of giving the general individual treatment, you can at least help them through the practice of the through teaching them the asanas, chatkarma, pranayam, breathing practice, and other things, diet. Okay, so this might gonna help them. Uh, so in constipation, if you are having it and you have the constipation because of the irritable bowel syndrome, and there's many other causes which create the constipation. So what you can do about it? So the diet for them, especially especially for the constipation. Okay, so constipation diet, the person should be take liquid more, because what happened in your large intestine, the water would be absorbed because pit is increased in the large intestine, and then it absorbs, start absorbing, and body required the water. So what they do, your body does, it's absorb the water from your stool, and then it become hardened, and then it's not coming out properly. It's not go, waste is not properly coming out because there's no water remain. So smoothness of the stool is not remaining there, and then it become difficult to pass it on, right? So in this condition, liquid should be increased. Drink plenty of the water, and lukewarm water is very helpful for releasing the stool. Early morning, they have to, either even indigestion you are having, take the copper water. So morning time, early morning. So Usha Pan Kriya, which we call Usha Pan Kriya, USHA, Pan, PANA, Pan Kriya, KRIYA. Usha Pan Kriya. Drinking in the Malasan squatting position, drinking, keeping the water in the pot, copper pot, for 8 and 9 hours during the night time, and then empty stomach early in the morning. Even if you get the pressure, go for washroom first and then drink it. It work on your indigestion also and constipation also, and also other psychosomatic problems also. Okay, so it's helpful. It is very helping, to remove the waste from your body, this usha pankriya. So even if you have any problems, psychosomatic related any issues, tell them to take the copper water. Copper is very good for increasing the immunity, increasing your red blood cells, and also improving the strength of the body. So it's, but early in the morning, not whole day you have to drink the copper water, just morning time, empty stomach. Okay, because the copper work is the function of the copper to eliminate the waste from the body properly. Okay, so this thing they have to do. Then intake of the milk, especially if you have the constipation, so cow desi milk should be given to them. Happy cow desi milk, adding the happy cow ghee, 1 or 2 spoon during the night time. They can take it. It's also regulate the motion of the stool. So it's give the even smoothness. It's provide the smoothness to the all the tube, your digestive tract also. So if you don't want to take the ghee, you are vegan. In vegan, when you are follow the veganism, we have very less option. But yes, you can start taking the fruits. You intake the fruits, seasonal vegetables, salad. You can take it, right. Especially those vegetables which is having the more water, and fruits which is having the more water. So like papaya is very good. Then you can have the watermelon. Okay. Then uh, triphala is very effective for indigestion. I should write it down for you. Triphala can be given, but if they have the difficulty in passing the stool, so triphala chewing. Okay, so before sleeping, they can have the triphala chewing. After taking the milk, okay, after 1 hour of the milk, they can take the triphala chewing. Depend person to person, but you can start with the 1 spoon, 1 teaspoon. Okay, with the warm water. 1 teaspoon before sleep with the warm water. And early in the morning after the copper water, they can take empty stomach 1 teaspoon again with the warm water. So uh, they have to follow the 1 week routine. After that, they have to stop. Okay, not for longer period of time. You can take this trifluoxetine, but just to relieve the symptoms instantly, get the benefit of and move out the to release the symptoms of the constipation, then its trifluoxetine would be very helpful. Okay, then one more thing you can take, castor oil you can also take if you don't get the trifla one. So 1 spoon pure castor, virgin pure castor oil. So castor oil. 1 teaspoon can be taken with the warm water before sleep. That's also very helpful for move your motion. So these are the home remedies for instant relief, okay? But it should not be done for longer period of time, okay? They have to maintain their lifestyle, and so diet in their diet, high fiber should be given to them. High fiber is like whole wheat flour should be they eat, like the gram flour and the ragi flour and the whole wheat flour. Millets should be given to them. Then raw salad, the cucumber, radish, all varieties of the radish can be given. Onion is very good in the constipation also, even in the indigestion, reduce the bloating also. Then garlic can be taken raw, little bit chopped down. Garlic oil you can put in your salad for dressing. These things, but strictly avoid the cheese, white bread, uh, fridge store food, basi जो रहते हैं ना, remaining food which is stored longer period of time, you're preserving the fruits or vegetables or any kind of food which you're keeping in the fridge, that completely avoid. Fresh homemade food is very ideal to reduce the symptoms, especially when you get the indigestion. uh, Constipation, high fiber intake is important. In indigestion, reduce the high fiber intake, okay? Don't take the high fiber, don't take the salad in indigestion, okay? And start taking the juice, fruit juices, even because if you're taking the whole, like pomegranate juice is very good for the indigestion. Chiku, chiku can be given to them. Then banana is good, but in constipation, banana cannot be taken. Okay, pomegranate juice is given in indigestion, but if you get the constipation, take the whole fruit. Okay, don't take the juice, take the whole fruit with the seed of the juice. Okay, so high fiber goes in your body. So these things, and guava you can take in the constipation, and guava pulp you can take in indigestion. Okay, bhuna hua, like roasted guava, and take only the pulp, remove the seed, that you can take. In constipation, do not chew the seed of the guava, but gulp it directly. Just take it inside. Okay, don't chew it, don't munch it. So these small things you have to consider. Rest of the things, liquid buttermilk can be given to the in indigestion, and milk is given to the in constipation. Okay, this these are the difference. And when you get the indigestion symptoms, then you have to follow these things. If you get the constipation, you have to follow these things. Intake of the water, both required. Liquid, yes, you have to take much liquid so you would not go dehydrated. Both indigestion and constipation happen in especially indigestion happen because of the vat go imbalance, vat and pitta, and constipation happen also with the vat and the pitta. Both symptoms are the for the imbalancing of the vat and pitta problem. Okay, so in this scenario, we give the treatment according to the symptom wise. Then try to skip the dinner. Don't eat after the sunset. But yes, liquid can be given, or little bit apple can be given to them. These things, if they still feel hungry, small amount of food should be given to them, and they have to chew properly. Like after every 2 hours or 2.5 hours, they have to chew the things. But do not eat full belly. Okay, do not eat full belly. Always eat half belly, and then give the space to the water. Plenty of the water should be given to them. And then herbal teas. So soft, like fennel seed tea is very ideal. Cumin tea is very good for them. So these are the two tea before or after or during the meal they can have it. It's very helpful for even in the depression. Herbal tea can be given to them. Then come to the other practice, these are the diets of the constipation and the indigestion, the general one. Then um, come to the migraine and the amnesia and dementia. Absent-mindedness. So in this situation, what you have then these are different types of the migraine, and there's no cure is available. Through the drugs, doctor are suppressing it, but again the patient becomes addicted to the drug. Same in the same thing happen in the amnesia when you forget the things, start forgetting the things because of the you entering into the old age or because of the injury or something happened, brain injury or some tumor you are get in your brain. That's also you get the amnesia. So diet for these people, especially they have to take the instead of taking the copper water, you can start giving them the gold water. Gold water is even it's very good in for the migraine or headache pain also. Is heat in nature. So understand if they have the pitta issue in that situation, you have to think about it. But if they don't have the heat issues in their body, pitta people can not take the gold water. Okay, otherwise it if they don't have the pitta related issues, then they can use the gold coin, or if you are rich, you can use the gold vessel, storing the water and then drinking empty stomach early in the morning. Same thing which you doing for the gold water. Or either you can use the and then storing for the 8-9 hours, morning time, drink it. Add some water into it in order to, because morning time is good for the lukewarm water or the hot water. Take food, lots of nuts, which is walnuts should be given to them, and 4 to 5 almonds, cashew nuts, and the pumpkin seed should be given. Phosphorus, these kind of vitamin supplement through the food should be given, like banana. Nuts are basically very easy and cheap supplement for fulfillment, which provide the nourishment to your body. So how you have to take the nuts soaking during the night and then taking in the morning, okay? And also you can boil the nuts in the milk. Cow what
Ma'am, you're not audible.
now you can hear me.
Yes.
Okay. So yes, cow milk and cow desi ghee is very effective for Ayurveda talks about the cow desi ghee and cow milk. So it is It is my request to you guys, invest your money in buying the cow instead of getting the dogs and other pets. If you invest, you will get like lots of goodness. If cow is at your home, but yeah, place, so you can go into nearby the poultry farm, or if you somewhere living around nearby the village, you can tell any person they can buy the cow, and you can help them financially to maintain the cow. And instead of helping them, you when you're helping them, you can get the milk. The milk and the ghee is very, very, has the tremendous benefit. It's very crucial, play very important part, especially all kind of treatment, especially the Vata kind of treatment and psychosomatic problems or mental disorder. So they can have the cow milk with the cow ghee and nuts. You can boil, you can make the one during the night time before sleep. You have to boil the cow milk and put the two walnuts and 4 to 5 almonds, 4 cashew nuts. You can even grind it, but on the stone, okay, not on the mixie or the grinder. Use the stone. Uh, then boil it. You add the turmeric, organic pinch of the turmeric, organic pinch of the one 1.5 small teaspoon of small spoon ginger powder, and then boil it, and then you can add the 1 teaspoon ghee, desi local cow ghee, and then it become the golden milk, which is very, very beneficial for treatment. But if you get the indigestion, then you are not taking it. But rest of the people, they can take it. Okay, this indigestion milk product is completely avoid. In that time, you can have just buttermilk only. Okay, and if you're vegan, we have less option. Instead of taking the cow milk, you can have almond milk. Okay, cashew nut milk you can take. Same procedure you have to do with the cashew nut milk and the almond milk, and then take it. Okay, during the night time before going for the sleep. Diet would be the same like a Vata people. The Vata problems, if they are having, because Vat is create the psychosomatic problem. What is the major, you know, cause of creating this psychological problem in the person? So these problems, if somebody is facing it, um, you can induce these treatment. Another thing, now come to the asana and other things. All the problems, even in the constipation and the indigestion, the belly, lower abdominal parts which engage, like core activities, is very beneficial. So where you engage the core is like your abdominal part. So both asana, chakrasana, Naukasana, which we call boat posture. Naukasana, all the varieties of the Naukasana. Naukasana is in the prone position and supine position, both variation. Then Chakrasana, very effective. Pavan Muktasana is very good. Then Ardhalasana and Sarvangasana, but understand they don't have the neck issue. Okay, if they have the major spinal neck problem, then they cannot do the Halasana. Instead of that, Ardhalasana they can practice. Then Uttan Padasana, these are the name of the which basically engage your core muscles. So any asana which engage your core muscles are very effective for treatment of the IBS. Okay, so but rest of the people also can practice because their core, if their core is strengthened, their diaphragmatic system is also going to strengthen, and then they are able to do the deep breathing. So core practice can be done by rest of the people, but core practice should be given to the gastrointestinal problems. Okay, the when you introduce, you make the series, make sure you include core practice daily. Okay, then come to the balancing posture. So arm balancing or asymmetrical posture should be introduced to the rest of the people. Like if somebody is having migraine, amnesia, or other issues which disturbing them, psychological problems. So balancing posture works effectively. Why? Because their mind is completely focused on the one thing. Okay, they cannot go here and there. So in order to quickly bring their mind on the present moment, now come. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Now, rest of the posture also they can practice, but make sure you have to include the balancing posture in your sequence. Okay, and if somebody is having the indigestion and other issues, you have to include the core posture in your sequence. Then come to the breathing practice, safe breathing practice, which I talked about it already. The abdominal breathing, yes. Chest breathing, yes. But here you have to include the kumbha. Kumbha you learn in the pranayama class. So you can start with the 5-second hold. So all the 4 practice should be practiced along with the kumbha. 5-second retention of the breath should be introduced to them. Then after these 4 safe practice, you can include the Bhramri Pranayam. Bhramri Pranayam is very helpful for balancing the hormones, balancing their mind, balancing their physiological, biological, structure. So it's very effective. So Bhramri Pranayam should be given to them. Then other practice they can go for it like meditation. What kind of meditation? So pranav meditation is very effective. So they have to practice the pranav meditation or the kirtan they can go for it. Dancing along with the kirtan they can practice it. So this is all the general guidance for people who are having these psychosomatic problems or psychological problems. So any doubt here, any confusion? Shatkarma, yes, Shatkarma. Um, Kunjal is good for them. Niti Kriya, yes. Tail Niti is very effective for them. But Tail Niti should be practiced Krita Niti. So I'll write it down for you. Krita Niti. This is the name. So instead of mustard oil, we put the ghee in the nostril and before sleep, and then keeping there that called the ghee, 𝐾𝐲-𝐸𝐴 ghee, throwing everywhere. But if you are vegan, so you don't have much option, so you can have the mustard oil instead of the ghee. So this is all about of the psychosomatic problems and psychological issues. Any doubts you have?
I have a question related to the how we can or what kind of food we can have in order to have a good synovial fluid in our joints.
Okay, for joints related problems, you are asking about it?
Yes, ma'am. And what is the exact diet and how
Uh,
can we relate to it, our personality?
I have given the whole lecture over this. I told you
Yes.
if you have the joint issue, it means you have the VAT related problems. And particular diet, I have
Mm,
explained the what happened, like
okay.
arthritis. I have given the particular diet, specific diet. So that diet you have to follow. Okay. But yes, if you don't have
Okay.
arthritis
Okay.
symptoms, so yogurt you can take it. But if you have arthritis, yogurt should be completely, you cannot take yogurt. Okay. So dairy product, you can take it, but the cow desi milk if it's available. Otherwise, if you are vegan, give them the almond oil, mustard, walnut uh, milk, or almond milk, or the cashew nut milk. But these only things they have to take care. But rest of the diet I've explained you, dear. That's you have to do it.
Okay.
Okay, remember? Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Same particular diet you have to follow. Nothing is changed.
Okay.
Just if not, yogurt can be taken. Okay, and yogurt timing I told you, after sunset you cannot have the yogurt, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yes.
Okay. Thank you.
So assignment, guys, you have to submit it. I'll post you on the WhatsApp group, and 30th is the last day to submit the assignment. You have the sufficient time, and mail ID would be also, what I gonna WhatsApp you, and then you have to submit before the 30th. So assignment on the meditation and assignment on the Ayurveda, okay, and the therapy. I'll give it to you, and let's. And today is the last session, and last class of the meditation as well. So
Exactly what we
we
have to
have.
cover in the assignment.
I'll give you the assignment title. Like you have to choose the one or two problems and talked about the treatment. Do the research over that. Then Ayurveda, I gonna ask you question, and then you have to answer accordingly. Okay. So 100 or 200 words you have to write it down for each. But for therapy, you require more words. It's totally up to you. Like I just gonna check. I just gonna check that what is your way to how you are looking towards the disease and how you look towards the meditation. Just get the idea about what you are really after completing all this session, what you have understand the meditation about meditation and Ayurveda and the yoga therapy. Okay,
Okay, ma'am.
so let's end the session with the one time Om and Shanti Shanti. Keep your back neck straight. Take a deep, prolonged inhalation. Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Feel the vibration and sensation. Join your both thumb and the thumb. Place on your eyes. Very slowly while blinking, looking at your palm. Gently open up your eyes and feel the Shanti. Next, you guys. Meet you at meditation class. Bye bye. Take care.